And I now give the floor to the representative of Greece.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to thank USG Fletcher and Mrs. Natil for the detailed briefings. Mr. President, early on in this war, the Security Council recognized its disproportionate impact on children when it adopted the Resolution 2712 in 2023, demanding the parties to comply with their obligations under international law, including international humanitarian law, notably with regard to the protection of civilians, especially children. Evidently, this war has taken a shocking toll on children in Gaza, reportedly leaving at least 40,500 dead and thousands more injured, separated from their families, and nearly 1 million internally displaced. They all have names, they all deserve a better future. Mr. President, a few days ago in this chamber, we welcomed a long overdue ceasefire deal struck within the parties in hope that it will last and lead to a situation where recovery for 15 enormously difficult months for the people of Gaza can be attainable. We understand the shock on Israeli society and the international community by the horrendous attacks of October 7 by Hamas, which also led to the killing and abductions of many children. At the same time, international law and international humanitarian law must remain the compass of our behavior. In this vein, we join our colleagues in asking the parties to adhere to the ceasefire deal and respect the provisions of international humanitarian law. We cannot but stress the importance of ensuring the protection of all civilians at all times, including humanitarian workers, in line with international humanitarian law. We also encourage parties listed in the Secretary General's report to engage with the United Nations on preventing violations committed against children. The suffering of civilians must come to an end. All crossings should be open for aid delivery that should come quickly and at scale to meet the urgent needs of a starving population. UNRWA's operations remain vital for the thousands of children in Gaza, stripped of their basic rights to safety, to healthcare, to education. There can be no day-after scenario for the Gaza Strip without child-centered services. The valuable work of UNRWA and other international organizations like UNICEF cannot be overstated, and we proudly continue to support them. Mr. President, protection of children is central to our conscience as human beings. Greece has decided to actively take steps to alleviate the suffering of children in Gaza. This week, the first injured child from Gaza arrived in Greece through Romania for treatment, and my country will further offer treatment to several more injured children in Greek hospitals. The only long-term solution for the region is to revitalize the political process to pave the way for political horizon for a two-state solution, according to relevant Security Council resolutions, while recognizing the right of Israel to exist in peace and security. In the meantime, we call on all parties to refrain from actions that put children in danger. Attacks on children, coupled with hindered access to humanitarian aid, constitute grave violation of international humanitarian law and human rights law. Mr. President, in a world stuck in the cycle of violence, children are the world's hope and should be given hope. They should be allowed to reinvent a better world for all of us. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Greece for